Hi guys, welcome to another video. Markets around the world are crashing right now. Macro indicators suggest there will be a big recession after the Fed's rate hike to 75 bps, and most currencies around the world are suffering. And in this news, I'm going to be telling you about what's happening with GBP, the British pound. It is at its lowest in its history right now after a few decades, which is in a good sign in all macro economy. Besides the negative macro indicators in the economy, we are seeing bullish upsides and bullish adoptions coming right now in NFTs and metaverse. With that, we are now seeing Apple, one of the biggest powerhouse in the technological world, is now going to be adopting NFTs. But it comes with the catch. They're going to be charging 30% to the NFT creators, which isn't a good news for them. Finally, Do Kwon's arrest warrants have been issued by Interpol. A red notice, and soon enough, he should be arrested. Right now, he's hiding somewhere, and most people don't know exactly where he is. He's been hiding his locations on Twitter and other social media platforms. Well, let's hope he's going to be caught soon because that's going to be very good for the crypto markets. We don't want big scammers, big influencers controlling the market and then running away with their big bags. So today we're going to be aping into BTC's chart, Ethereum's chart. Things look a lot bearish right now, but let's deep dive and see what's coming. First thing first, we're going to be looking into the DXY's chart. So DXY has wicked into the all-time high of 114. If I scroll this down, about 120 is the level 2 decades ago that we came into, which was in 2002. So a lot of bearish signs right now, especially for the FX market, foreign exchange markets, and in markets for stocks and bonds. But overall, is this going to affect cryptocurrencies? Because if inflation goes really high, DXY goes really high, a lot of people won't be able to afford or even invest in cryptocurrencies. Let's move into USDT's dominance. Right now, we are forming higher highs and higher lows on the regular basis, but for some time now, we are moving pretty sideways here, which could also be a sign of small accumulations happening from the whales. But overall, it still looks very bullish. That means we are seeing that reflection of bearish sentiment in the crypto markets. Let's start with Bitcoin 4-hour chart. So if you look into the 4-hour chart, we are in this rising falling wedge, which people also say channel, and we are facing resistance from these levels right now. We are falling, so we are forming lower highs and lower lows on the regular basis. If I want to live into my two scenarios, one scenario is bullish, and that scenario could take us into 22,000 21,000 range, while my bearish scenario is around $16,000. We have talked about $16,000 a couple of times in my videos on my YouTube channel, so now is probably the time where we could expect this dump to be coming. But because we've been dumping for some days now, we could expect a bullish upside because there's a lot of liquidity in these untapped areas of about $21,000 $22,000. We could expect some big move to be coming as well. So gotta wait out. Today's just Monday. It's gonna be a long week from here, 6 days to go. Hopefully we're gonna figure out by Wednesday what is exactly gonna be coming, whether it's gonna be an upside or a downside. Let's move on to the daily chart because the daily chart is very important. We're on this support levels again on the daily chart. We're also forming a massive head and shoulders pattern here. We are testing the neckline right now, so if we do break down, then definitely that 16,000 target on the 4-hour chart is gonna come into play. If you look into the BBs right now, about $25,421 is our upper BB. Our 50 MA right now is at $20,966, while our lower BB is just sitting around my target zone of the 4 hours, which is $16,510. If you look into the RSI, they look all right. MACD is still red, so we could still expect some move towards the downside. Let's move into the 5-year cycle top and bottom chart, which just tells us everything about BTC, zooming it out and looking it into it. So if we look at 200 moving average right now, it's sitting at $23,471. We're far away from that right now, and our previous low is very close to us, which is at $17,563. So if we do see that dump coming, then we're going to be forming a new low after making this lower high, lower low, lower high, and a new low coming at some point at these areas just below the $17,563 will mark a new low. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum has been performing slightly better than BTC. We're in the same channels here. We are in a falling, broadening wedge slash channel. You can call them channels or wedge, however you like them. They're the same thing. If we look in here, we had a bullish divergence which we saw an upside from and came back into this range. It's got resistance from here, came at the first mark which I marked here but failed to break above. We've been pretty sideways in these sides for now. For here, the target will be about $1,434, first one, obviously expecting it to go to $1,600, but gotta wait out first. We gotta at least come into this resistance, which is at $1,434. We look on the downside, I'm expecting about $1,000. If we break down and get into lower positions, of course, if BTC goes down, Ethereum is going to be following that big move. So overall, looks okay. We are facing resistance from the 50 MA right now, which is at $1,329, looking slightly bearish. And the biggest concern would be the volume. Volume is out right after the merge. People have gotten out and sold off their Ethereum. Some people don't like the centralization. Some people don't really believe in ETH anymore because a lot of it has changed. So there's a mixed reaction, a mixed bag of people feeling different sentiments with ETH right now. Let's move on to the daily charts. On the daily chart, our upper BB right now is at $2,080, while our SMA 50 is at $1,604. That is the target that I'm aiming for, especially on the 4-hour chart, like I just mentioned. And we're back into this resistance zone we had never tested before. So we're having a retest of that. We had a quick upside right into, and then we are now coming back into this channel to have a retest, so which is a healthy sign for now. But obviously looking at the indicators, especially in macro economy, aren't really looking good. If you look at the lower BB, it's at $1,127, so gonna be very crucial. We're forming a similar head and shoulders pattern here, just like BTC on the daily time frame. So we are testing this neckline, going to be very important. The next few hours are going to be really crucial, about 24 to 40 hours. Gotta watch out the markets carefully. Let's move into the weekly chart. So on the weekly chart, we are just above the 200 moving average, which is at $1,290. We did wick below, but we are taking support right now on this weekly candle. Obviously just started, so there's about 6 days and 15 hours to go. A long time to see what's gonna be coming next. We are below the 2018 highs, and this is our previous low, which is at $889. I expect us to have a retest of 22 highs if we see that downside. I am bullish on the shorter time frames, but I'm bearish on the longer time frames because just the macro economy isn't looking good. We are facing inflation, recession fears, about after 2 decades. So that is a big number. 20 years of having a good solid upside in economy, innovation all around the globe. Things were looking very good. Well, after COVID, things are pretty shaky, and now we are seeing the reflections of COVID into the crypto markets and traditional markets. Unlike the USDT charts, because DXY is pumping, if you look into Ethereum and BTC pair, is completely different because BTC pairs are still performing better compared to what we see in USDT pairs because the inflation is coming in USDT because BTC is a deflationary tool. So a lot of people don't understand that, but hopefully this chart will make you understand it easier. For now, if you look into the highs that we had in ETH and BTC pair, that was 8 December 2021, about 0.085732. We faced rejection from the same point, and this now we're testing this trend line. We could still consider this to be a test because we have broken down before this trend line and came back up very quickly. But obviously now the merge is done. This was all the hype for the merge. We could still expect maybe a downside and upside, but the goal here is to show you guys that we're still in very high levels compared to what we are seeing in USDT. So there's a massive difference from $4,500 approx to $1,200, $1,300, and compared to what we're seeing in BTC, ETH chart is completely different. So you gotta understand there's 2 pairs you can choose to trade in these crypto markets. I prefer BTC pair, but overall most people like USDT pairs because they can exactly calculate how much profit they're gonna make and what's the conversion gonna be when the money comes into the bank accounts. It's more comfortable, but yet it comes with a lot of risk. Let's move into fear and greed index today. We're in extreme fear levels of 21. While we can see that the market isn't really performing well, we are still in extreme fear and into these levels of 20s, which we have spent the past few days now. So I was expecting maybe 18 or 19, but we're still at 21, which could be a good sign. Let's move into crypto bubbles. Crypto bubbles right now, it's a mixed bag. Some coins are doing okay, some aren't. ETH proof of work is down about 16%. MB is about 3.9%. Zcash is up about 3.8%. BSV is about 4.7%. IOTA is up about 7.7%. So a lot of coins are doing. I'm very bullish on Atom. Atom has been performing really well. Even in BTC pair, obviously in BTC pair performing a lot better compared to USDT pairs, but Atom has a very bright future. Do get into Atom DCA at any lows you find, and you have the funds to DCA there because inflation is high, so you got to really calculate how much money you want to invest and how much you shouldn't. Let's move into the derivatives. That is funding rate. Short position traders are dominant and are willing to pay long traders. More shorts are open right now. Take buyer seller ratio. Buying sentiment is dominant, so people have started buying in the spot, which is a very healthy sign. Open interest as OI increases, it indicates more liquidity, volatility, and attentions are coming into derivatives markets. The increasing trade in OI could support the current ongoing price trend. So we are going down could support us going further. No signs of reversal yet in the open interest. Liquidations, long positions have been liquidated in the last 24 hours. Big number again, because obviously market is coming down. People are hopeful maybe this is going to be the bounce that the market bounce from, and we could see an upside, but we have failed to do so. Disney is hiring an attorney to work on blockchain and metaverses, DeFi, NFTs. This is a huge sign for big adoption coming from big institutions, because obviously Disney is a powerhouse when it comes to animation, studios, movies. Well, they ain't anybody compared to them in this industry. They are killing the entertainment industry, and their adoption coming into this space, especially partnered with Polygon in the accelerator program, things are looking very good, especially for DeFi, metaverse, NFTs. I am very bullish on all of this. This is a great time to be in. While most markets are crashing, this is the opportunity to get into some metaverses, buy the land, buy some NFTs, because when they see an upside in the next bull market, that will be a huge one. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you do, smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Going to be back in here soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.